What is up, NSP Nation? We are here with Week 11 Pick'ems. Uh, it's going to be an interesting week. I'm excited because the Seahawks actually have a bye week, and these guys are, you know where they're at. I can't point in the right direction, but they finally get to see how it feels when the other team's on the bye, and then they're playing. So we'll see if their teams win. But I just want to get right into it. We'll get this video nice, short, and sweet. But we're going to add a little bit of flavor here because I want to add in playoff predictions already. Right now, the Jets are number 5 in the AFC. The Patriots are number 7. A cool stat is that every person in that division, every team in that division, Jets, Patriots, Bills, and who else is in that division?
The
Shoot.
Dolphins?
Dolphins. Yeah, they're on a bye, I think. No, yeah, they are on a bye. That's why I
Yeah.
can't see them. But they're all in the playoff picture right now. So that is a cool fact. I just wanted to get that out there. But I think I'm going to go with the Jets here. I think the Jets are riding high. Patriots are also doing good. But I think right off the bat, I'm just going to go Jets here. I think they take it.
The Jets are going to beat the absolute Doonies out of the Patriots here, and they're making the wild card spot for the playoffs.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Jets here. Also, I don't like the Patriots in this matchup.
Cool. So we're on agreement there on the first one, which we have been doing that the past few weeks. But now we got the Browns and the Bills. The Bills just lost to the Vikings. It was a tight game. The Browns lost horribly last week. It wasn't even close, just like we predicted. But I think I'm going to go Bills here. I think it's a safe pick. Browns have a lot of injuries and it's supposed to be a lot of snow here. So I think it could go either way. But I'm going to go with the Bills here because I think they have the more complete team, even though there will be snow to their chins this week.
Coming off tough loss against the Minnesota Vikings, who are a very real team, like I've been saying all season long. I don't think the Bills going to come out here and lose 2 in a row. I think they're going to. This is pretty much a lock game, in my opinion.
Give me the Bills. Easy pick. Let's keep going.
Sounds good. Now we got 2 stinky teams. I feel like these guys have already played, and we said the same thing, that they were stinky when it happened. But right now, I think the less stinky team is going to be the Raiders. I'm going Raiders here just because I think they have a bounce-back week. They had a super horrible week against the Colts last week, and Jeff Saturday on his debut of coaching. And I think they were really embarrassed, and I think this week in practice, they really got some stuff together. They had some team building skills here and there, but I think the Raiders have a bounce back week. I think they just have too much talent, even though a lot of guys are hurt, but the Broncos aren't looking good, in my opinion. So I'm going Raiders.
The Raiders are a broken down team, Vince. I mean, you saw it last week. We just talked about it Monday. You had Derek Carr crying. You had Devontae Adams cussing up a storm that the owner doesn't give 2 Fs about the team. But the Broncos are the biggest pretenders in the league right now. I got the Raiders winning this game. I'm joining you here.
All right. I'm going to be the lone wolf here. I got the Broncos, in my opinion. The Raiders are too poor to even pay fire their head coach. So give me the Broncos here. I like Russell Wilson in this game. Broncos country,
Yeah, man.
country, let's ride.
Oh, geez, don't bring that back, Reed, please. I don't want to
Bring it
hear
back.
any of that. But yeah, I mean,
That's right.
honestly, it could go either way. They're both doing really bad. So good pick there, Reed, and good pick there, AJ. But let's get to another divisional game. I feel like this week is a lot of divisional games. It's going to be the Bengals and Steelers. Bengals are 5-4. They've been doing decent without Jamar Chase. The Steelers are 3-6. They got a win last week against the Saints, who I predicted to win, but they didn't. But the Steelers aren't looking too bad. Najee Harris has been playing good, and Warren has been playing pretty decent as well. So they have a lot of guys there adding to the mix. But this week, I think the Bengals are too much for them, even though it is a home game for the Steelers over there at the old Heinz Field. Kind of forgot what their new stadium is called, but I think the Bengals go over there, and I think they really just beat the Doonies out of them. I feel like this is the week where Mixon will go off again. Their 2 receivers, besides Jamar Chase, are going to do really well, and Joe Burrow is going to have a game that's going to push him into being the number 1 quarterback as of passing yards in the season. So I'm going Bengals here.
The Bengals O-line is definitely going to have their hands full with TJ Watt coming back, who just played phenomenal last week. So that's a big key matchup for this upcoming game. But this is a prove-it game for the Cincinnati Bengals. They need to win this game. They have to. I believe they've won one divisional game so far in the season,
I
if I'm
think
not
you're
mistaken.
correct. Yes.
That
They're
is
one
really
and two.
bad. They need to start winning these games. So must win for the Bengals. I'm gonna bet on them.
All right, give me TJ Watt and the Steelers. I'm going to be
Oh,
the lone wolf again. I think the Steelers. I just like them in this matchup. TJ Watt, Minka Fitzpatrick is back. That defense is becoming whole again. And with TJ Watt, the Steelers are a contender in my opinion, or they're a team that can take down good teams. That don't misquote me. All right. Yeah, I'm taking
You
Steelers.
think they're a contender?
I didn't. Don't misquote me. I was a mistake.
He said
Oh
that
my
though. He
gosh,
said it.
they can take down good teams.
that will be another good game. It's a 325 game, so that should be something to watch if you're not too bored with the other one, which is Raiders and Broncos. But then there's also Cowboys and Vikings that we'll get to later. But this game, Kansas City Chiefs, they're number one in the AFC. I remember when we did this video and we were predicting their division, we didn't know where to put them, and we thought that Kansas City might even get pushed out of the playoffs by the Raiders and Chargers, but that's not happening. The Chiefs are still the Chiefs, whether they have Tyreek Hill or not, and it's shown. But Tyreek is a player who has helped the Dolphins win. But I still think the Chiefs are better than Chargers here. I believe I have said that in the past videos too when we did them in the preseason before the season started. But I think the Chiefs are better than the Chargers then, and I think they're better than them now. So I think they go into LA and they win.
Sums it up for me. Hit me up for Chiefs.
Chiefs Kingdom, man. Chiefs Kingdom.
Yeah, man. So that'll be a
Ooh.
good Sunday night football game. This one I will not talk about. I'm gonna hand it down to Reed because I know he has so.
All right. So Derrick Henry will have about 150 plus yards, easily, in my opinion. And then overall, I like the Packers. All right. We are coming off a great win against the Cowboys. We beat them in overtime. I think we're gonna just continue to roll, in my opinion. Hopefully, but I'm gonna take Packers. You guys know me. I'm always gonna take the Packers.
You know what? I might agree with you here, Reed. Alan Lazard is healthy. Christian Watson did have a little bit of questionable marking, but I think he's going to play for sure. Aaron Rodgers had that for like the past 3 weeks, so nothing really shows me that.
Christian Watson was a full participant in practice, so
Nice, perfect. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the Packers here. I think they're gonna ride into the season. If you haven't watched Reed's video lately, the Packers are not dead. So I believe him in that aspect, and I think the Titans fall here. We've seen it the past couple of years when they make it to the playoffs. They are pretenders when they play tough games and when they have games that are on the line for some big playoff predictions. So they're number 3 in the AFC, but I don't see them lasting there. Maybe someone like the Colts will come up and take that from them because they're only about 1 or 2 games behind right now. So I think Packers win here on Thursday Night Football.
So here on Underdog Fantasy, the bet is will Derrick Henry have over or under 103 and a half rushing yards?
just rushing yards.
Just rushing
I'm
yards.
gonna say yes, but it's a little bit more iffy.
You just said he's going to have 150 rushing yards.
I thought I said total yards. My bad.
I mean, he doesn't catch the ball a whole lot. Total yards is 116, but that's besides the point. I think the Packers are going to have their hands full, even though they did come off an awesome win against the Cowboys and proved a great point that they are not dead. Aaron Rodgers still has a little bit of life in him, but I think the Titans are trying to prove the same thing. They're trying to prove a point on why they're first in that division. I have the underdogs. I got the Tennessee Titans winning this game.
The Tennessee Titans are the underdogs.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
That's
Go.
something, huh? So we got this game on Sunday. It's just a regular game, Commanders versus Texans. Uh, I like Heineke right now. I think Heineke's doing good. The Texans don't have too much going for them except some good defensive players. So I think I'm going to go Commanders here for sure.
Heineke is not that good, but the Texans are just horrible. I'll give you Commanders.
All right, all right. I'm gonna be a lone wolf again.
Oh
I
my
picked the Texans last week to win. They let me down, but I'm gonna take them right here. I love what the Commanders are doing with Heineke. I think they're on a roll, and I think they could continue to do that. But I also feel like with them just naming Heineke the starter, this is the perfect time for him to absolutely crumble and lose to a bad team like the Texans. I got them crumbling against them, and then starting Carson Wentz, so then they don't know what to do. That's why I got the Texans winning this game.
Okay, Reed. Okay, that's already three times that Reed has disagreed with both of us.
Yep.
But we'll just go into the next game. We won't focus too much on that one. The Eagles are number one right now in the NFC. They did lose to the Commanders last week in a shocking loss. They played pretty bad, in my opinion, and it was at home. But now they're going to Indianapolis. The Colts are trying to prove that they can still try to make it into that last NFC or actually AFC spot for the playoffs. But I don't think they can. I think the Eagles are too much for them. The Eagles are definitely hungry to get back in the win column. So I think I'm just going straight Eagles here.
Eagles got embarrassed last game. They got embarrassed. They got exposed, and I don't think they're gonna want to let that happen once again to another a team that's been struggling all season long. So I got Eagles here.
All right, give me them Eagles. They don't lose two in a row.
Alrighty. So we got the Panthers and Baltimore Ravens. And I think Reed says it best every week. He's been riding with the Ravens. They are the number 4 AFC team right now, so they are locked for playoffs as of now in that division. But the Panthers, sometimes they have good games, sometimes they have bad games. But I think this week's a bad game for them. I think the Ravens run all over them, and I hopefully Mark Andrews plays because I need him to play in a couple fantasies. But I'm going Ravens.
I'm just gonna say this: Baker Mayfield is playing for the Panthers. Give me the Ravens.
Enough said. Enough said. Give me the Ravens.
Sounds good. Now we got two teams that are doing pretty bad right now. I would say both of them are in trouble. Come at us, if you're watching this video. But the Saints,
Again,
yeah, again. The Saints are not good. They're 3-7. That's probably what the Seahawks were supposed to be, but they are not. So the Saints are 3-7. Rams are 3-6. Uh, I don't know who to go with here. I think I might have y'all go first and see what you guys weigh in here because this one is just a coin flip to me, honestly.
you look at these two teams and you see a father and son duo here. Okay, the Saints, I mean, the Rams did exactly what the Saints did 4 years ago, right? They got themselves a Super Bowl, great for them. But starting next year, they're in the real salary cap hell where they have no options whatsoever. Sean Payton knew what he was doing. Sean McVay, he's going to do the same thing as well. So you're just looking at an older version of the Rams. Give me the young buck. I got the Rams here. They still got younger players to compete. I know Cooper Cup's out of there, but uh, I still prefer them over betting on Taysom Hill.
All right, all right. In games like these where it could be a coin flip for whatever team could win, I really like going with the home team. So I'm going to take the Aints and have them win at home.
Oof, man. I think I'm going to go with AJ here. I talked a lot about Skournick in our last video on Tuesday. For those of you who don't know who that is, he's one of their good receivers when there are injuries on that team. So I think they kind of rely on him and Higbee. They won't run the ball because they never run the ball. Their running backs are irrelevant. But I think I'm going to go Rams here. We'll stick with the NFC West here and give them some love. So I'm going Rams. Next, we got the Lions, who squeaked out a good win against the Bears. I don't know if it was a really hyped game, but I did watch some of it. But they're playing up against the Giants, who are number 5 right now in the NFC, sitting at 7-2. That is insane to me. It's just because the Eagles are number 1 right now. So the Giants get pushed down all the way to number 5, even though they're sitting at 7-2. But I think the Lions' win last week was a fluke. The Bears are still the Bears, even if Justin Fields is hot right now. The offense is good, but the defense for the Bears is not good. And I think the defense for the New York Giants is way better. They have 2 corners right now who are playing lights out. Their safeties are really good help, and that D line is actually getting pressure on the quarterbacks. So, I mean, we've talked about the garbage can that they have there, receiving the ball every play for the Lions. So I'm going Giants here.
Holy crap, just the absolute disrespect that you've given to the Lions here. Well, thanks to Green Bay, the New York Giants are one game away from tying up with the Dallas Cowboys. And then with the Dallas Cowboys losing to the Minnesota Vikings this week, spoiler alert, I definitely have the Giants beating the Lions, tying up the Cowboys, and ready to just overtake them in their division.
All right, I'm taking the Giants here. I think it's an easy pick.
Not bad, not bad. Now we got the Bears. Just said that they weren't good on defense, but neither are the Falcons. So I think I'm just gonna go straight Bears here. Falcons don't know what they're doing. They're throwing just like every other team who's pretty much in. I don't know what they're doing. They're playing for draft seeding right now. But I'm going Bears. Justin Fields is hot. Cole Kmet is dealing with an injury though. We are recording this on Wednesday, and we just realized that Cole Kmet does have an injury going into Thursday. So we'll see if he does play. But if he does not, that is a big receiver slash tight end that Justin Fields has been targeting a lot. He has 5 touchdowns in the past 3 games. But I still think Justin Fields overcomes that because he's still got Darnell Mooney and he's got Chase Claypool now. So there's 2 guys who he can target in the red zone. And I think against the Atlanta Falcons, it's the best time to utilize those guys.
Nice, nice. I think the Falcons are the wannabe Bears and how they play right now. They just can't get it going. Marcus Mariota is a little older. I like the guy. He's older. You got your running back. He's older. You're sharing the ball with 3 other people. I've been saying it all season long. Give me the Bears here. They're just more dynamic on offense. 2 very bad teams, but the Bears are much better than the Falcons.
All right, give me the Bears here. I like them over the Falcons.
Not bad, not bad. All right, so we got the Cowboys here. They're number 6 in the NFC, sitting at 6-3, and we got the Minnesota Vikings at 8-1, basically tied with the Eagles, but they are number 2 in the NFC right now. I think AJ said it best. I think the Cowboys are still going to be the Cowboys at the end of the day. They gave up a 14-point lead to the Packers this past week, and I don't think the offensive firepower of the Vikings will play any less than what the Packers did last week. I think they'll even play a little bit better. Yeah, I was just about to say they'll play a little bit better than the Packers did last week, and I think they beat the Cowboys. Cowboys do have a good defense still with Michael Parsons and all that, but I think the Vikings have a better offense.
Oh, give me the Vikings.
All right. Give me them boys. I've been saying it all year. The Vikings are not that good. They're not that good. They will get exposed eventually. They've been winning close games. They're not that good.
Listen, the Vikings, they got a better defense than the Packers. They got a better running back than the Packers. They got a better quarterback than the Panthers. And it's not prime time. Come on, Reed. Come on, Reed.
Except the Seahawks and maybe.
Oh, I like that.
Hey, I was right last week. I was right.
It was a fluke, my friend. It was a fluke. You just wait.
Fine, I'll get the Seahawks this week. I got Seahawks this week. There you go.
Oh my gosh.
This guy's so fake.
So toxic, so toxic. Anyways, what's come up on this next game? We got the 49ers and the Cardinals. 49ers have another primetime game this week. I'm kind of a little bit tired of it, but maybe AJ will invite me again this week. You never know.
Maybe
but
you actually show up.
Hey, man, I was busy and I was sick. I didn't want to get you sick, even though you got sick already.
I did get sick. You got me sick.
Yeah, through the screen, my friend. But the 49ers right now are number 7 in the NFC just because the Seahawks have 1 game on them. But I see that changing this week. I will give the 49ers benefit of the doubt. They are playing good. Cardinals are not. It's a primetime game. And I think the 49ers have too much on their offensive side to lose this game. Cardinals are not good on defense. James Conner has been doing good, but if Kyler Murray plays, I think they go into shambles. Right now, he's on Warzone, I'm pretty sure. He's playing some games. not preparing for the 49ers, and it's going to hurt them in the long run. So I'm going 49ers here.
Tell you what, I'm gonna go ahead and give myself Tuesday off because maybe Vince, you and I, my friend, we're gonna party hard, party hardy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the Niners have way too much to lose, and I guess you could count it as a home game for the Cardinals because it's technically theirs, but it is in Mexico. But guess what? 84% of the tickets got sold to Niners fans. We are going to take over once again. That is our house. Viva la Mexico, baby. We're in it. We're going to win. We stopped Austin Eckler last week, number one fantasy running back. You don't think we could do the same thing to James Conner? Zach Ertz is gone. We got to worry about D Hop. I think Charvarius Ward has something to say with that. And Kyler Murray, my friend, Nick Bosa don't play games. All right, he is the game, and he's gonna be playing you all night long. Oh, I got the Niners here. I'm fired up. I'm ready to go. Give me the Niners, baby.
All right, you can call me underdog Reed because I'm taking the Cardinals here. I'm taking the Cardinals. All right, I think the Niners are looking very, very good, and this is just the Niner thing to do is to crumble just when everything's coming together. All right, I'm taking the Cardinals here. They beat them in primetime Monday night.
Jeez, Reed, you really are trying to catch up in these standings, my friend. You got, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games that you chose against us this week. So I'll say the 5 games that you chose just because I think this is really interesting. Me and AJ got the Raiders. Reed has the Broncos. Me and AJ have the Bengals. Reed has the Steelers. Me and AJ have the Commanders, and Reed has the Texans.
I have the Packers also. There's 7 games.
Well, I'm on there. I'm on there with you on the Packers. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then me and AJ got the Vikings. Reed has the Cowboys. Me and AJ got the 49ers, and Reed has the Cardinals. So that's just a little bit of recap to see how we are choosing different. All the other games we've chosen pretty much together, besides the Packers game where me and Reed are having the Packers and AJ's having the Titans. But I think going into week 11 right now is the start for these teams to start looking at playoff picture. And a lot of these teams are going to start playing a little bit harder. So I think it's going to be pretty interesting going into these last 7 weeks. So keep posted with us. Keep watching these videos. Follow us on TikTok, Twitter, YouTube. Give us hit the subscribe button here. We have it down below at NSP Football Talk. We go live every Monday, Tuesday, sometimes even on Saturdays for your fantasy purposes and other drama going on in the NFL. But watch all our videos. These guys have great videos. AJ does 49 Talk, Reed does Packer Talk, and they are amazing. I love their edits, and I love the content that they bring every week. So give these guys a shout out, like their videos. Tell Reed to do more TikToks because we love when Reed does TikToks.
Absolutely love it.
But yeah, these guys do a lot on this channel, and I love watching all their content. So hopefully soon I can bring out Seahawks Talk, and we'll see how that goes as well. These guys can help me. But other than that, this is the end of the video. And as AJ always says,
keep on grinding.